Why, hello there. Would you like to learn how to potty train your dog? Toilet training your dog as early as possible is best. It always feels good to see your dog well trained and behaved, however this can only be achieved with a fair amount of persistence and patience. Although dogs are supposed to be very clean animals, their animal instincts can drive them to relieve themselves wherever they find it convenient. This can be very frustrating for the dog owner, and we know how it feels to have your floors and carpets soiled and messed when least expected. With a fair amount of training, your dog can be perfectly potty trained. Today, I have a few tips that will help you to toilet train your dog. Potty training takes patience and persistence. It's important to take note of the fact that the younger the puppy, the longer he may take to learn and get into the mode of habits that is being taught to him or her. Therefore, it is important to be patient, and with a fair amount of persistence, your dog will gradually learn the rules and form toilet habits when trained on a daily basis. Remember that every dog has his own individual learning curve. So, spanking your dog every time he makes a mistake is not going to solve the problem. Get your dog into a mode of habit. Many animal behaviorists believe that by getting the dog into a habit mode is the key to perfectly toilet train your dog. It is therefore recommended that the dog owner takes the dog out every few hours as well as 30 minutes after he eats his meal. Choose a specific spot outside where you would be taking him on an everyday basis. Also, praise your dog frequently. If, however, he refuses to go outside, try again in 15 minutes. Gradually, he will understand that going out is a sign of going to the bathroom. Also, pay attention to the dog's body language. If he or she starts to sniff or circle around, it is a sign that they need to relieve themselves. Select a designated spot each time you notice that your pet dog needs to relieve himself, and take him or her to that spot every time. Learn how to react to accidents. Like mentioned, every dog has its own individual learning curve. This learning curve is greatly affected by the pet owner's reaction to the accidents caused by their pets. Each time the pet dog displays symptoms of relieving himself, call out his name or clap in order to distract his attention. Constant control on his activities will help you determine his or her behavioral patterns as well. Make sure that you don't vent out your anger or frustration on your dog if he does cause an accident. Carefully clean up the mess, and ignore the dog completely while doing so. If he or she does try and approach the accident area, make sure you don't yell at the dog. The key is to train the dog and not instill fear in him. At times, confining your dog is the best approach towards their toilet training. Large crates or cages are used to confine the dog. A dog usually refrains from relieving himself at the spot where he sleeps or sits, as they are essentially sanitary creatures. So whenever Mother Nature calls, a dog would instinctively move out of the cage or crate in order to relieve himself. This gradually would become a mode of habit for him. However, it is important to ensure that the pet owner gets large-sized crates and cages to confine the pet dog so that he or she has enough room to move about. This helps in creating a pattern that the dog will follow even after he is no longer confined to a crate or cage. The homeowner would need to use a certain set of words for the dog repeatedly till the dog understands what exactly it is assigned for. So for example, if you take him outside, you could say "Go potty." Dogs have a keen ear and a sharp learning curve. They would gradually understand what exactly the owner is signaling at. Use of these commands on a regular basis is important, so that your dog becomes familiar with it and would gradually start to follow them. It's important for your dog to develop a bonding with you. This only comes with love, affection and care. Treat your dog to a feast once in a while and praise him every time he obeys your command or responds well to the training. For more tips, visit cocothebloganddog.com. Thanks for listening. Goodbye for now.